I need to restart. Okay. Today I'm doing a video about my college experience. I feel like a lot of you guys might be interested in this because most of my viewers are around 18, so I'm hoping that this helps you guys out. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but maybe you just want to know more about me. I've recently finished all my classes forever and ever and ever and ever, so I'm really happy that I'm done finally. I'm going to talk about kind of like, in this video, I'm going to talk about kind of a lot of different aspects of my college experience. I'm going to talk about like my major, minor, academic things, more lifestyle type things, kind of everything I kind of went through in college, a summary of it. There's certain things I would like to talk about. Not sure if you guys are interested in, but I'll like mention it when I get to it. I don't want you to think that my experience is the only one you can have. Obviously, there's a lot of great college stories out there. There's a lot of terrible ones, and I'm just going to give you mine. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's get started. So I did go to a very large state school, so some of my opinions and feelings about college are unique to that institution. I went into school as a freshman with a declared major, which I would not recommend. My major was English. I did want to be an English teacher when I was graduating high school. I really regret going into college with a declared major because it kind of limits you in a way. You also think, oh, well, now that I know this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to get done faster. That's not necessarily true. I didn't take my first freshman year just to kind of like adjust myself and get into like the requirements that everyone has to do, like the general things. So that wasn't great. But my minor, when I declared my major as English, my minor was psychology. I decided I didn't want to do psychology, which was around sophomore year. I switched my minor to sociology. My major was English and my minor was sociology. School was actually very difficult in terms of like education. It's actually really well ranked. It's right up with like Ivy League schools. I did not really like my educational experience at my school. I felt like it was really wasteful. I felt like there's so many things that I could be learning about life, about like the world, that I didn't learn, and it could have been because of my major, but to be honest, even as an English major, if I did want to still be an English teacher at high school level or any level, I didn't learn any of the things that you would learn, that you would be teaching. Like most of my classes were related to the Renaissance and poetry back in the 1800s and like things like that I felt like were completely unrelated to anything I would ever be teaching, which I feel like a lot of areas do. They teach you all these things that you're never going to actually know, that when you get to the job you have to be trained for anyway, and it just seems a bit ridiculous to me overall in my school anyway. Like maybe other schools are different, I don't really know. I just didn't appreciate my school's education system. To be honest, I would have dropped out and not finished college if my mom didn't pretty much force me to finish, and I didn't realize how much I really hated it and how much I wasn't like, enjoying my life being at school until so late that it would be wasteful to not have a degree after already spending all that money. So that is another reason that I stayed. I know you guys know I already don't love the whole college world. I think if you guys are deciding what college to go to, then you really need to look into it. When I decided what college to go to, I applied to 3 schools really close to my area. I didn't want to leave close to home. That's kind of what my biggest decision was. I was comfortable with my school just because I had been there and visited there a couple of times. In relation to thinking back now, I really didn't do much research. I didn't like research really anything. The rankings of my major, if it was good with the lifestyle I wanted to live, because that's another thing about my college experience I'm going to get into that I didn't enjoy. One thing I wanted to touch on in this video is the adjustment period. It's a big adjustment, especially if you're moving away from home. I was like 20 minutes from my house at school when I decided to live there my freshman year, which a lot of people just pushed me to do. They said you have to get that experience, and I did, and I'm grateful for it because I did learn the type of person I want to be. When I went to school, I did not enjoy the experience, the adjustment. From the second I walked into my dorm room, said it, and my parents left, I hated it. I wasn't me there. I felt very withdrawn from my like regular life. I was really upset the whole first week. All I wanted to do was I was texting my mom being like, I want to go home, I hate it here. It wasn't just simply the kind of experience, but like the people I made friends with. They weren't horrible people or anything, but just like the people I ended up making friends with, I wasn't really friends with them because I wasn't being myself. I like started partying and doing things I never did in high school. In high school I was very quiet and stayed with my close group of friends, and at school when I got to college I kind of left that, and I guess that's good to experiment with the type of things that you do because a lot of people go to college and really like who they become. I had the opposite feeling. In high school I was very questionable about why didn't I want to party? Why didn't I want to have this huge group of friends and be so popular? Like, it seems like I'm missing out on something, but I'm happy the way I am. Like, I was very confused about that. When I got to school, I decided, you know what, I'm going to drop the way I was. I'm going to be outgoing. I'm going to make friends with everyone, and I did. And a lot of people, I was friends with a lot of people. I went to all the parties, and it just wasn't, it seemed like I was having a good time, but I wasn't. I just faked it, I guess. I tried to fake it and see if maybe I am meant to be in this. Like, why does everyone else want this life and I don't? And then while I was living at school, I had a kind of an assault situation happen. It was very traumatic for me. It was like I don't want to really get into it too much. If you guys want me to do a video about it, I was actually sexually assaulted when I lived on campus, and that was one of the big reasons why I moved off of campus. There was a lot of other things that were involved too, that I was drinking too much, my grades were doing horrible, and I was always a good student in the past. I didn't feel like my friends really understood me, and a lot of different things added up to me moving out and moving back home and commuting to school, which I think was a great decision for me. But that experience really hit me hard. It wasn't the actual experience itself that affected me so much, with the aftermath, the things that happened with the friends and the people I knew. The whole situation was very not like anything I'd experienced before, and it wasn't something I was enjoying or wanted to experience anymore. So I left and I removed myself from that situation, which I'm really happy I did. I did realize once I moved home that those people I had made friends with in the past, they weren't really my friends, because I don't really talk to any of them anymore. So with this video, I'm not trying to tell you not to go to school because you're going to have the same experience as me. I'm not trying to tell you that. I am trying to tell you that the college experience isn't the same for everyone. It's not that amazing. Best 4 years of my life. I'm more of like a real life person, I guess. I don't really know. School just isn't something that I think is like college anyway. It's something that's completely necessary for everyone. Obviously, certain jobs you do need a college degree. Obviously, if you want to be a doctor, you might want to declare your major when you're a freshman. But otherwise, I think if I had gone back now, knowing what I know now, I would not have gone to the school I went to, for sure. Probably would have gone to a community college for 2 years and then made a decision bigger if I wanted to go to another school, or if I wanted to work. I might have even not even decided to go to school, because I think honestly now it's not required for a lot of the jobs people have. Like, you do not need a degree. A lot of the jobs that do require a degree, I don't think they should. It's ridiculous. The jobs, the entry-level jobs right out of college that you're doing, have nothing to do with the money that you just spent, nothing to do with anything you've learned those 4, 5, sometimes 6 years. Takes everyone a different amount of time. For me, it took about 5 years and 1 summer class to completely graduate, and that is because as a freshman, I did not do well my first semester. As I said, when I lived on campus, my whole semester after that, and then a whole other year, like my sophomore year, I had mono, so I was very, very sick. So my anxiety started, so it really affected my grades, so I didn't do very well in a lot of classes. I did have a whole extra year to do, and then 1 class, just because I didn't want to take 5 classes every semester. I do think that it is better if you're struggling with your classes and you do want to go to college, it is the right decision for you, that you should spread it out, because even though it's annoying and you all want to finish in 4 years, you know, everyone wants to, but for some people that's just not the way it works. For me, it wasn't. I could have never taken that many classes at once. I'm really glad I just kind of like slowed it down a little bit, or else it would have been too overwhelming for me. A lot of people also work at school, so you have to really organize your time very well. I wasn't very good at doing that when I was a freshman. Still really not that great at doing it. I don't think that college was necessarily the right decision for me, so my experience wasn't a good one. I don't think it guarantees a job. It doesn't give you much for the money. You spend so much money, like the amount of money that you spend on college every year. You could buy a car every single year instead of going to school, which would probably be more useful to you, to be honest, because I just feel like I didn't get anything out of it. I didn't learn anything. I had like about out of my 5 years, I had, I'd say 3 teachers I actually really enjoyed. That my college didn't help. It didn't help me when I needed help with advising. The advisors advised me into taking the wrong classes, which made me stay at school even longer. They don't help you with anything. It took me so long to just get one person who worked for the school to actually genuinely try to help me to graduate. And even now that I'm done with all my classes, I'm trying to email people to help me to make sure I have all my paperwork in and everything's ready for me to actually leave the school, and no one's responding to me, no one's helpful, no one answers the phone, they just put you on hold, they charge you fees for everything. I think it's ridiculous that I'm paying for sports and all this other stuff that I don't enjoy, I don't experience, I don't want to experience. I just wanted to make this video to tell you guys what my experience was, because a lot of you have been asking questions when I mentioned I'm graduating. If you want to see something a bit more organized, of like certain kind of question answer type things, I am planning on doing a blog post if it's not already up, so you can go check that out if you want to read the kind of like more structured version of my college experience. And I will also do a college Q&A if you guys are interested in that, so if you guys want specific questions answered, then leave a question below, and if I get enough I'll do a Q&A, because I really want to help you guys out. I don't want anyone to have to experience the experiences that I went through at school. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you guys, even if it was just a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment, like I said, of any questions. And don't forget to check out all my other videos that I just mentioned in this video that are kind of related. And please subscribe if you want to hear more from me, or if you want to see a future video about college related type things. And yeah, now that I'm done, hopefully my videos will be even better than they already are, because I know they're already pretty good. Yes. But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Ouch. I really regret, okay, a number of times. There's a bird. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Is that it for the noise? When ice cream man, come on. But